Good afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, December something. I don't know, dates or whatever, but it's Saturday. I'm out here getting my steps in. So if I sound a little winded in between takes, that's why. I want it to be as authentic as possible, so a little bit of huffing and puffing is necessary in cardio. Now, you're gonna notice a couple things off the rip, because this is likely gonna be the intro or the segue to the relaunch of my channel, I guess. You know, I did some vlogs a few years back. I had fun with it, actually. I always wanted to go back, but a couple of things at the same time. One, I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about or how I wanted to talk about it. So in the past few years since then, I've gotten very passionate about a few things, being leadership, a big one. Professionally, I'm a leader. I'm relied on as a leader and a trainer. So I take that seriously, and I read books, audiobooks, podcasts, everything in relation to that. So I spend a lot of time in that realm. And then on the other side of that is fitness. So I've gotten really big into the gym, really big into hypertrophy, taking care of myself over the long term, maybe dabbling in a little bit of bodybuilding in the future, but you know, short-term goals first. Right now I'm cutting, so, you know, just to kind of set a baseline for this video, since it's gonna be kind of the first intro out there into the world, back for me kind of as a new person on the platform, or reintroduction to the platform, is simply to get a baseline, let you guys know where I'm at, let you know where I'm going, what my plans are, what my goals are for the channel. And really, my only goal, other than just creative expression and giving myself, you know, editing and fun things to do outside of just the gym, because I love the gym and I love hypertrophy and I love talking to other people about variations of movements and different training philosophies and different ways to achieve stimulus, you know, different views on recovery, all that stuff. So just a place for me to get my thoughts out there. Whether people agree with me or not, doesn't really matter to me, right? It's just my opinion. It's not like, you know, I'm an expert in the field. You know, I don't have a PhD. I don't have a NASM certification or anything like that. I'm not trying to make money by selling somebody a program or anything. It's just my lived experience and talking about what makes me passionate about the sport and what gets me in the gym. And I like to talk about, specifically as we're heading to the new year, there's a lot of people with New Year's resolutions and things that they're looking forward to. And to those people, I would say, if you can, start today. Don't let yourself wait for an arbitrary date or something to flip the page on. If you can't flip the page today and start making incremental better choices for your life, then I would make the argument that January 1st is kind of just setting yourself up for failure. So keep that in mind. If you can make a small change today, do it. Sometimes it's as simple as going from a regular soda to a diet soda. You know, there's plenty of studies showing that diet soda is at worst a net neutral for our health. So I started there years back, and that really was effective for me. I was able to see a lot of weight loss just from that one simple motion. So it's not about, you know, building Rome in one day, so to speak. You don't have to get all of these things done in one day or 1 month or 1 year, right? Like I can, you know, I'll probably put up my transformations, you know, of what I used to look like versus what I look like now versus what I'm gonna look like in 5 years. So, you know, you can't really beat yourself up too much over the details, right? It's about, you know, consistency and showing up every day. And at the end of the day, you know, being who you say you are or who you are supposed to be. So don't get discouraged off of one bad day or even one bad week. You know, the best of the best, they are the best because of consistency. You know, if they have a bad day, they get back up on the horse quick. You know, they don't let one cheat meal or cheat week derail them from the long-term goal. You know, sometimes we need gratification for things later on. You know, sometimes we don't always need the gratification in the short term. I would make the argument that, you know, very rarely do we deserve or warrant the pleasantries of satisfaction in the short term. So keep that in mind as you're building new habits. Give yourself grace. I'll probably end up talking about, you know, snacks and high protein things that I've substituted in my life to help make those things easier. So just keep in mind, there's always resources out there. There's people like me who are silently over here hoping you kill it. If I'm in the gym, you know, January 1st is always amazing for me because it's just new energy, right? I get to fist bump new people. I get to help new people in my small ways that I can, and, you know, try to be a vessel of positivity for those guys. So I think if you've been in the gym for a long time, you should also take the beginning of the year to, you know, put yourself in perspective, kind of check yourself, your ego, and the relationship that you have with the gym does not have to be the relationship that other people have with the gym, right? You know, there's a whole host of contexts and circumstances that could bring people in there. It doesn't have to be the same one you have. So I know I'm certainly guilty of, you know, projecting like NPC-like behavior on people in certain instances. But at the end of the day, if people are in the gym and moving their body, that is a net positive. So with that, my big goal is just to educate, right? I've always thought of money as a byproduct, right? So if I put a good energy into the world and I share the information I have and I lift people up along the way, I like to think that God would bless me with, you know, the money down the line. But it's never about it. It's never what it's for. At the end of the day, I love it as a creative expression. Right now I'm walking through a hiking trail with a selfie stick and a microphone attached to my collar. So you can never take yourself too seriously. But we're gonna get a few miles in here. Maybe get some B-roll here at the trail, and then we will see you at the gym, because that's the piece I forgot. We have chest, triceps, and shoulders later today at the gym. So you will see, hopefully, you know, some cinematic shots. Hopefully I can get some angles. I'm not too concerned about filming in the gym. I'm just gonna be respectful about it. Make sure, you know, I don't get anybody in the shot that doesn't want to be in the shot. And other than that, walk you guys through any cues I may have. You know, if you're seeing this video and you've stayed in it this far, leave me a comment of anything that you're interested in, whether it be in the gym, outside of the gym. If you have any questions, just let me know. I will definitely be responsive to those people who are going to spend their time and energy on me. So see you at the gym. Okay, let's do this. We are here at the gym. I said earlier we would see you later at the gym. Well, here we are later at the gym. I got some bicep curls I forgot to do. No, I just didn't do yesterday. So I got bicep curls, and then we're going to go into our full program today. Good one, upset. Don't need too much warm up on that. Just need to get it done. Nothing crazy. We have 3 working sets at 80 pounds. Really on biceps and triceps. You know, in a lot of ways, I subscribe to the Sam Sulek approach of, you know, squeezing. I like to feel a squeeze. I like the pump. But my number one goal is to stretch. I'm always going to peak, full burn, full stretch on every rep. Really make every rep count. So, yeah, I just made eye contact with, that's something. Hold on. Yeah. That guy right there. Okay. That set was a lot. Okay, 12 on that one. I can't log it on the app, so I'm going to say it out loud to give myself some documentation for later on. Oh, man. Music in here is hella loud. I wish there was a better way for me to drown it out, but there is not, so we will make use of what we have. Oh, okay. A little bit more rest, then we'll get back in there. 2 scoops of Gatorade in the shaker. 1 capful of glycerol. Got 2 scoops of creatine in here. I like Gatorade. I got this from Dr. Mike and Jared Feather. But I don't get a lot of carbs in my food. I'm cutting right now, so one of the easy and convenient ways to get carbs right in pre-workout and intra-workout even is to just be sipping on some Gatorade, fast-acting carbs. I think it gets my glycogen stores fuller, my muscles look fuller, I get better workouts, my pumps are better. So, if you're looking to get some carbs, some extra carbs, or you need to supplement with some carbs because you're short of carbs like I am, Gatorade powder is a really cheap and easy way to do it. So, shout out the RP guys for that one. And then I love the pumps from Glycerol. Let's get back at it. Oh, man. I mean, crap. Dang it. Bleep that out. I'm going to get better at the camera angles, right? I just have a basic tripod right now, so any feedback on camera angles in the comments, audio, anything I can improve, just let me know. It's going to be a constant work in progress as I get better at editing and producing these. That's just my thoughts, man. Never take anything I say too serious or too gospel, right? I'm always learning and growing and adapting. That's why I love content and taking in content is it makes me better. One of the reasons I wanted to start producing content is that reason exactly. Make sure people get good education, good knowledge, well-intentioned, and positive, I think there's more. We need more of that in the world and the gym. So let me know in the comments if there's anything I can improve here. Please and thank you. All right, let's hit it. Last set. Last set biceps. Okay. That's it for biceps. We'll see you at the next exercise. I think I just learned, unfortunately, that that was actually my warm-up set because I forgot that I'm on 15 pounds in each hand this week. So, that's how it goes. Get it going. All right. Okay. Couple more. Oh, come on. Lord have mercy. Oh, man, I love that movement so much. Oh, shoulders hurt so bad. Shout out my man in the back. You can see him and his girl lifting together. I love to see it. She's filming for him. Goals. Shout out them. You're in the gym grinding late at night. Right. Back at it. 2 more sets. Okay. Walk in. Come on. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ooh. Last set here. Walk in. This one's gonna hurt. Two more. Come on. Oh, damn it. I wanted one more. All right, we'll see you in the next exercise. Man. Oh, have mercy. Man, on this movement, if you give a crap what I think, right? If you give a crap what I think, if you're still watching at this point, you give somewhat of a crap what I think. In that case, if you do care what I think here, I'd like to set the seat high. I really want my elbow to really just send my shoulder in that stretch position. So if we're here, your shoulder is about as stretched as it can be safely, I really want to work my shoulder to the deepest range of motion. And then at the top, more of that contraction. I'm a big believer in the contraction and the eccentric stretch, right? You got to do both. The pump isn't the only sign that, you're getting a proper stimulus into the muscle, but it definitely can be a sign. So Primarily, we're going for that stretch to promote, muscular tension, and then just absolutely crank it out, man. Pause. All right. One more set here. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Lordy mercy. All right, that's it for shoulders for today. I'll see you on the next one. Now, if you want a tricep push down variation that can push you to your limits in the best way possible. Oh, man. Sheesh. That one was rough, boys and girls. All right, 2 more sets of that. Brother. Now, these videos are going to be long, man, so shout out you if you've made it this far. Hopefully you've learned something, right? Got a good vibe. At the end of the day, if somebody's here for the vibes, I love that. Stay for the vibes. If you came for the fitness knowledge and you stayed for the vibes, well, welcome to the show. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make your experience better. Well, my experience is about to get objectively worse, so let's get this locked in. All right. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, that last one was money in the bank, baby. Holy crap, brother, man. Jeez Louise. Oy. Oy vey. I'm going to talk a lot about my philosophy on a eccentric versus concentric, but guys, let's be honest. The science shows that the hypertrophy ranges from 5 reps to 30 reps. There's no major significant difference between the stretch position with growth and the concentric, right, the squeeze. So, Pick a weight that you can control. It's not going to hurt you, because that's the thing that hurts gains the most, is not being in the gym. So consistency will kill you, or a lack of consistency will be the killer of your gains. So let me be the biggest one to tell you that. My whole life has been just a model of inconsistency up to this point. So it's never too late to start, man. So just keep that in mind. One more set here, and then we're gonna go do maybe my favorite tricep movement. We got a dumbbell skull crushers. All right, let's get this one set, man. Last set, baby. Come on. Championship reps. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man, that's a lot. Skull crushers. Make sure we're still recording here. We are. Holy crap, that's hard, brother. Rest pause, come back. Come on. Oh, whoa, you hurt it up a lot. Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was so good. Holy crap. Oh, that last rep was money. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, let's walk through this one. So, on skull crushers, a lot of people like to go behind their head. I think in a lot of ways, you lose tension in that position, right? It puts your shoulders in a compromising position. So once again, whatever your goal is, my goal is muscular tension at all points, right? Like I want to get as much stimulus isolated onto the muscle as I can. So, skull crusher here with dumbbells. It is a tricep movement. I want as much to 100% of the stimulus to be only on my tricep as possible. Now, one thing I love as a training stimulus, and I heard Jared Feather talk about this one too, is you're antagonizing muscles. So at the deepest stretch of your tricep extension, sometimes it's a really good thing to feel your bicep kick in, right? Your antagonizing muscle. So keep that in mind, right? If you're feeling your antagonizing muscles kick in, you're probably on the right track. So keep it in mind. But here it's, and then at the top, right? So coming down your neck, pause. So, using your neck as the line, really sinking there. And then keeping your elbows in, you can push against your chest. And I twist at the top, similar to like a rope. Right on a push down, you get that twist at the bottom. You can do the same thing at the top here with dumbbells. So don't cut yourself short there. Last set of triceps. Lock in. Press pause. See if I can show it. Come on. That was a lot. In a good way. Bro, okay. That's done on triceps. Thanks for joining me. On to the next one. That might have been annoying. Sorry. Unrack, somebody's waiting for me really fast. By the way, if you're starting a New Year's resolution, let it be. You're gonna re-rack your weights. Do everybody a favor. We will all still love you if you recognize the error of your ways and fix them before it's too late. Not heavy at all. But focusing on every rep. Really getting that stretch at the bottom for my chest. Really open the chest wide up. And then get that track contraction at the top. Oh my gosh. It feels so good. Oh, I love that. I love a chest stretch, man. On chest movements, man, I really want you to remember two things. Right. So, your scapula, your shoulder blades, it stays retracted, right? It's not, right, going from retraction to protraction, right? It's not, we're not, I think I got that right. If I messed up that terminology, forgive me, but we want our shoulder blade locked so we can use our chest as the primary mover, right? You know, if you get too loose with your form, right? I'm very careful with chest movements because you know you don't want to mess with pec strains or worse, right? So just be smart about your movement, smart about your technique, smart about your load, right? You want to make sure. Hold on, I'm gonna wait until I'm back in camera before I. But you really want to make sure, right, that like on chest, there's a lot of movements, right? There's a lot of bicep can take over, some back can take over. You know, there's a lot of antagonizing muscles that really want to move. So focusing on making sure your load is not too much, even though, man, guys, I know you want to get in here and you want to push some weight. I feel you guys, right? You can see I'm not pushing no weight right now, relatively speaking. Right? For me, it's heavy. You know, I'm here for a stimulus. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, kids. I don't give a crap if people think that I'm weak or whatever. All right, one more set here. Oh man, okay. I'm very happy with that. Pec deck time. I like setting up my pec deck right behind my shoulder line to really get that stretch. So on the Arsenal machine here, it's going to be set to 5. Don't want the seat too high. All right, chest out. Hey. Oh man. You know, those of you who don't know, brother, your chest is connecting way up here, dog. So you better feel that shit. You better feel that crap. Got that. Man, if you're not really stretching the muscle, you're cutting yourself short. I firmly believe that. I really do, man. I know that's, it's controversial, whatever. I don't care. Who cares? Not me. I would just like to say, if you're listening to this, I love you deeply, and you're appreciated. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Oh, bless your heart if you're still here. I love you so much. That's it for chest, shoulders, triceps. If you learned something from this video, leave me a like, subscribe, comment, tell me you love me. I need to hear it. If there's something I can do better, please let me know. If there's something you want to see in a future video. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. That had to be annoying. Alright, real talk. If you found value from this video, like, subscribe, comment. Please let me know if there's something I can do better. I would appreciate it endlessly if you learned something. I love you. Until the next one.